Welcome to Good Food Matters. I'm Janet Zappala. This is my wonderful cousin,
Antonio Marciona.
There you go, also known as Anthony Marciona. We are cooking cousins too.
We are.
Right?
We're cousins. We've been cooking as long as we've known each other, I think.
Which is probably since birth, pretty much. And our mothers were great cooks. Our grandmom, right?
We're carrying on the traditions.
Yes. The only difference is generations of Italians, you're right, but there is one difference, and that is that you are more about eat what you want.
Eat what you want, and because you got to enjoy eating, right? And
that's true.
And it is about watch what you eat,
because I'm here to show you, which I've been doing all along, that you can make the foods you love taste good too. Now that's a concept, right?
No, it is. We're taking these traditions and then we're trying to update them so they're healthier for you.
Yes, exactly. And the whole thing is you can make healthy food. If people don't eat it, it's not healthy. So you have to make sure that it tastes good, and that's why we're here.
That's why I'm here, to make sure it tastes good. With her, she makes it too healthy.
Come on now, come on. I'm going to prove him wrong. All right, so first we're going to start with brain-boosting matcha tea. I'm making a matcha tea latte. So today we're going to do some almond milk. You can make this latte with almond milk, oat milk, 2% whole milk,
I'm a
whatever.
big almond milk fan.
Are you?
I'm really transitioned. That dairy, you can say already the way.
Look at you. You have been shedding pounds. I am so proud of you. This is also chock full of protein, which is great, and calcium for the bones, very important. But as far as the matcha tea goes, this is a superfood. It really is. It's loaded with antioxidants, great to keep inflammation at bay, which can cause chronic illness if there's too much inflammation in our body, because then that wreaks havoc with our immune system.
The Asian cultures have done, I've learned from matcha mainly from the sushi bars and getting my green tea, but now you can have it
at
all
home,
the time,
anytime, that's right. This goes back for eons with the Japanese. And this is organic, it's matcha powder, it's navitas, which means in Latin, energy. And that's what it's all about. It's really energy boosting, it's brain boosting. Again, it's just overall really, really healthy. In fact, they've done some studies where it can even possibly keep certain cancers at bay, including, which is really important, breast cancer. Now, normally for myself, I'll put a heaping teaspoon in, but for two people, I'm going to put 2 heaping teaspoons in.
You sure that's enough?
It's plenty.
I want that energy.
This this is really potent, and it's also got chlorophyll in it. It's just so good for us. I'm also putting in some organic, pure vanilla. Madagascar vanilla. You can use any vanilla, but this is Madagascar. About a teaspoon.
Wow, okay,
you have to kind of eyeball it. And since we're making 2 glasses with some ice, we're going to fill up 1 here and a second one. Now, I wanted to talk to you about sweeteners, because I usually go without any kind of sweetener. However, if you can't deal with that overall, you can add a little bit of sugar, or even better, depending upon how your body reacts, you can use a little honey. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was saying this is stevia. Wasn't that
or
something
stevia, that's right.
Natural?
Now, honey's good too. It's obviously used for a lot of medicinal purposes, like coughing and whatnot, but it's also good in small amounts. You can use a raw honey, a darker honey, which has antioxidants in it. Today, we're using a little bit of stevia. This is about 200 to 300 times sweeter than sugar. So you don't have to use very much at all. I'm going to use a pinch, just
That's
like
really
that.
A pinch.
And
is that enough for 2 people?
All right, maybe just, do you like a little sweet?
I like it a little.
Okay, there you go. And this is all natural, 100% natural. Tastes like sugar. You don't have to use very much. Okay, it's from the plant.
It doesn't change the glycemic index, so if you're diabetic, it's great.
That is so true. Very, very good for diabetics. I try to stay away from sugars overall, because it's not so great for us. And pretty much in this country, we overdo saturated fats, salt, and sugar. Right? So we want to keep those things to a minimum. All right, so we're going to start. Oh, a little bit.
Do you want the ice, or are we going to make it like
and put a little bit of water in there, just a skosh of water.
I'll be right back.
You know, when you go out and you buy these things, they get a little costly, a little pricey. That's why I do this at home.
It smells good.
And I can't get enough of my matcha. So here we go. A lot less expensive.
Matcha man.
Oh, I love it. You gotta have your matcha if you can. All right, here we go. And that that should do it. You could even, if you don't have a blender, you can use a spoon and just briskly stir. Yes. All right, let's get those glasses. This is goodness in a glass like none other.
Beautiful. Look at that color.
And look at the froth too.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. And
it's almost like an espresso with that froth.
Oh, I'm telling you, you've got the caffeine. Now, what's great about this is it does contain caffeine, but not as much as coffee, so you don't get the jitters.
And I need all the boosting of your brain you can get.
Especially right now. We need to focus, and this is what is going to do it right here. Cheers.
Salud.
All right, cheers to focus.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Cheers to your health. Matcha green tea latte. Do it yourself at home. All right, I know you're going to start cooking pretty soon, right?
Oh, I'm dying to get cooking, cousin, because we're cooking cousins, right?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, let's get started.
What are you making?
I got my bag of tricks here. We got fresh everything.
Fresh basil.
I'm going to make a fresh basil pesto with broccoli.
With broccoli. See, I made it with spinach. So broccoli is another take.
I mean, the basic pesto is with basil, but you can blend in anything. I chose broccoli today just because I like broccoli.
Not only that, it adds a lot of good nutrients, right? So you're getting antioxidants again, and cruciferous. Since you're going to mix it up.
We have garlic. We got pinoli nuts.
You're not going to get much dietary fiber because you put it in the food processor. But you're getting all of the great nutrients that broccoli, any kind of green, is going to offer up. All right, let's get cooking.
All right. I got it in the bag because I hate chopping broccoli. But this is organic. It's in the bag. Organic broccoli. And then I also use, beside pinoli nuts, which is traditional, I also use a little bit of walnuts. Which completes the enzyme cycle.
Oh, there you go. And you get your omega-3 fatty acids brain function right here for the omega-3s. All right, we're going to get cooking.
Okay.
Oh, solo mio. I got your little cooking partner there. I'm here for you, and so is he.
Que bello. We're going to name him Alberto Giuseppe.
Oh,
how about that?
That's Italian.
We got a nice companion here. Got a little old school Italian.
Very
we just need
good.
a companion to cook
That's
with.
right. Now, speaking of cooking, you're making tortellini. You made this homemade, is that right?
Yeah. It took me hours and hours. It's a big process.
Now, we've been to Italy, and we have made homemade tortellini. You have too, I'm sure. Some people out there do that. But now that you can buy it,
but now we have the convenience.
Yes.
What could be better than that?
Nothing's better than homemade, but this is a close second.
We're going to do, and the main part we're making homemade is the basil broccoli or broccoli basil pesto.
And that's really what's going to put this dish over the top is the sauce.
That's right. And it's a traditional, normally it was from northern Italy, but the southern Italians took it over right away. It was cheap and easy to make, vegetables and grains, and we're going to update it a little bit for you today.
Well, I love the fact that you're using broccoli. By the way, I hear the water boiling in the background.
You always got to add a little salt in the water.
Yes. As salty as the sea, as the Italians say.
And then we're going to add a little drop of olive oil. No, this is tradition.
No, it's not tradition. It's not, because people are under the false belief that you have to put a little olive oil in the water to keep the pasta from sticking.
I say no. Okay, it's your kitchen. We'll let the olive oil slide.
Believe me. Okay. Believe you me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to believe her. She's my cousin. I got to trust her. So now, what we're going to start, we're going to throw everything in for the food process. So, main ingredient, garlic. We're going to do about 3 or 4 cloves. You just throw it in there. Pinoli nuts, which is the traditional nuts. We do about a tablespoon, or I say about a handful of that.
Of pinoli, pine nuts.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. And then we're going to add walnuts. Normally it's just pinoli nuts, but we add the walnuts because they complete the enzyme
Yes, you told us about that. You like to repeat that. That's important.
It's all about enzymes and energy. I can still feel that matcha green tea with my energy. So we're going to do that.
Focused.
I'm very focused right here. Look at that.
And the walnuts, again, so important. Dietary fiber, omega-3s, as I mentioned.
And then we've got the garlic.
Yep.
We got, and the main ingredient, so we'll put about a cup of basil leaves.
Nice fresh basil.
Fresh basil. You don't even have to chop it up because the food processor does that.
All the work for you, and so nutritious. Basil, all the herbs have so many great nutrients in them.
That's right. It's all about the greens.
And it's all about fresh.
About a cup of broccoli. I've steamed it before because the pesto you don't cook. you just toss it over the pasta, so this way the broccoli's not raw.
It's all ready to go, but you just slightly steamed, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then you got to add a little bit of kick. We add about, I don't know how much
About
is that?
half a teaspoon or so?
No,
Quarter of a
about
teaspoon.
a quarter teaspoon.
Okay.
There we go. We just throw in the red pepper, and then we're gonna
Put it in the food processor? And what kind of cheese do you have there, my friend?
Oh, we have Parmesan. You can use. I like Parmigiano Reggiano, the traditional, and it's already grated.
Or you can use a Pecorino. People go with
Pecorino
dairy
Romano.
because it's a sheep cheese. So it just depends on what people like.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. All right.
A Pecorino
She's so
Romano is
smart.
nice. Well, I think that's it right now. We're going to head over to the food processor.
Okay.
Now, you're going to throw the tortellini in as well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This.
Here, grab that.
Okay.
And then the tortellini. Got the water boiling.
That look great.
And the salt's in there, no oil. And we
Duly
put
noted, no oil.
about a pound of tortellini. I have a mixture of spinach and ricotta cheese stuffed tortellini.
Great. And spinach, another great
Another green.
leafy green. It's got lutein in it for your eyes, really important for eye health.
Lutein is very
Yes.
important.
And do you see what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
Okay.
Now, good thing I have enough lutein in my diet.
That's right. And calcium too for the bones.
Oh, okay.
All right.
right.
Hang on to this.
Okay.
And we're going to put this right on the food processor.
Okay. And then I got to get the olive oil and cheese ready.
Okay.
Now, do we...
Get that top
Okay,
on
get
here,
that top
just
on.
like this.
And then I'm going to pour, as we blend it, we add the olive oil
Now, did you
slowly.
put you put the pine nuts in already? Okay. Just a little pulse.
Maybe a little... Look at that.
Just to kind of get it
Get
so
it
it's
going.
combined, yeah. And now you're going to start
Okay.
with the olive
Okay,
oil,
pour it on
just
this
slowly. We'll put it on low. Coming together.
Is it coming there?
Yes, it is.
Oops, I'm
Now-
spilling a little bit.
You're doing okay. You want to add the cheese?
And then after it's blended, we can add the cheese.
However, what you might want to do here, Anthony, it's a good time to scrape. Why don't you grab that
Oh,
spatula? And I can do a little scraping for you. And then we're going to add the cheese, which is one of the best ingredients in
part.
this as well. So just scrape the sides at some point. Add your
And then
cheese.
we're going to add the cheese, about a
There
half
you
a cup of
go.
that.
Nicely done.
We'll get that in there. So
And now we
don't-
can put it on high
Okay.
and let her rip.
All
Okay.
right.
And that's what's great about pesto too, is there are so few ingredients, right? It's so easy to
And
make.
you can really
quick.
add, you can add adjustments. You can add
Arugula, maybe?
arugula
Yes.
or any other green to that. I think the pasta is done, so let's.
Want to do a little
you wanna
test there,
A
too?
taste test here. We'll put it on the.
Remember, it's
that.
hot.
It's hot, and then
Little bite.
sure.
Here, why don't you taste test? And I'll get the pesto ready.
We have this great little utensil.
If only you could taste this. It's got the garlic, but it's not over the top garlicky, but you can taste the garlic,
It's
that
done.
extra virgin olive oil, and it's done.
Strain the pasta, and then you can give yourself a little facial from the steam while it's cooling down. All right, we strain the pasta and we always save a little bit of the cooking water from the pasta water. You get a little bit of the starch that's in there.
Yes, always
and
save that water. Never let it go down the drain,
Right.
because you'll need a little bit for moisture, right?
for moisture. And now we add the piece de resistance,
yes.
the pesto.
Oh, show the folks.
Look at that.
There you go. Isn't that
Yummy. And the
nice?
colors. And the nice thing about pesto is you don't have to cook it. It's already
It's already
blended.
done.
It's already done. And then we just mix that in. Here, can I?
And this is a great dish to make any time of year. It's even good for the holidays. I've made this for a holiday, and people absolutely, well, they eat it up. They just love it.
Literally. And
it's
if you,
so easy, and you have so many other things to do, this is one of those recipes that you don't really have to think too much about.
it's so easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Perfect.
how's that look?
I love it. And maybe you can throw a few little pine nuts in there on your own.
And then just
individual
for a
plates,
little-
maybe.
Oh, we're just a
Go
little.
right now, right in there. Ah,
How's
delicious.
that? It'll just look beautiful. There
Delicious.
we go.
I'd
It's
love
that
to take a little
Base of
bite.
broccoli pesto. Do you want to taste?
Yes, because the broccoli, I think, adds that touch that people don't normally think of when it comes to pesto.
There you
It's
go.
different. It's unique. You take that one, and
Okay.
I'll grab one here.
All right.
Fabulous. Oh, so tasty.
Perfecto.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't think it's too hot
No, no.
with the red pepper. I
Now
think
with
it's
the
got
red
just-
pepper, we take that back. So it was a
Well,
little
it
bit
does
of-
have a kick. It all depends on, how hot you like it. And then if you want to add a little more olive oil when you're doing the food processor part of things,
Right.
you can always add a little more olive oil,
Right.
depending on how you like it. You might like it a little more moist, a little drier than you have
Yeah, the
less olive
consistency
oil.
is, again, not a science. If you like it moister, you add a little more olive oil or water. And if you like it drier, you do it as so.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, that is a great dish. And coming up, excuse me.
Oh, pardon me.
Could you do the dishes, please? Coming up next, I've got watercress salad with capers, red onion, and blackberries.
Yum, blackberries, my favorite.
Oh, so good
Aren't
for
those
us.
antioxidants too?
Very. Lots of
See,
antioxidants.
I know some of this stuff.
And good job. The darker the fruit or the vegetable, the higher the antioxidants. All right, let's get to work. Ooh, I'll tell you, you think we just cook? Think again. Hit it,
There
Anthony.
you go. In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say.
What do they say, Anthony?
I'll tell you. Here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's amore.
Let
The world seems to shine like you've had too much wine. That's amore. That's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella, Vita Bella.
Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a great tarantella. Lucky fella.
When the stars make you drool just like pasta bazool, that's amore.
That's amore.
That is. When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love.
Oh, yeah.
When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. School's on me, but you see back in Napoli, that's amore.
That's amore.
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 Bravo!
Bella.
We're Cookin Cousins, but a whole lot more.
That's right, full of amore.
We're back in the kitchen now.
Off we go. You ready?
Let's go. My Italian Kitchen. I wrote this several years ago, but the recipe still holds. So we're making today a watercress salad with capers, red onions, and blackberries.
Oh, I love blackberries.
And I love watercress. You know, it's good between April and October. That's when it's going to be at its seasonal best. And it's related to the radish, just FYI. So about a half of lemon, depending on what, if you like a lot of acidity, you can always add a little bit
And
more.
no pits. Make sure you
And
get
no,
the
because
pits
you know
out.
what, that's the pits when you've got pits
The pits.
in your salad dressing. So we'll remove this, black pepper,
And then how about some cheese?
and some cheese. That's optional if you want to shave a couple of pieces on top. And it's good to go. I think it's lunchtime, dinner time, whatever time, right?
I didn't taste the salad.
Just take a little bite.
Okay, you want to grab that. And the little cheese adds.
Great. So you've got that olive oil and that lemon juice together. It works beautifully. We've already tasted the tortellini.
This is mine. I'm putting that back.